The Bridge Made of Strings, emotional bedtime story for kids, tale of friendship and hope. In a quiet village nestled between two misty hills, there were two best friends, Mira and Jun. They had grown up together on opposite sides of the river that divided their land, a wide silver ribbon of water that shimmered under the sun and whispered secrets at night. There was no bridge between the two sides, only a rickety old boat that came and went when the ferryman was awake, which wasn't often. But that never stopped Mira and June. Every morning they would wave to each other across the riverbank and send little paper boats carrying notes, folded carefully and sealed with leaves. Their friendship was stitched together by laughter, secrets and dreams. Dreams of building a bridge between their worlds so they would never be apart. "We'll build it ourselves," Jun would say, his eyes sparkling like stars reflected in water. "A bridge no storm can destroy." Mira smiled every time he said it, but deep inside she doubted. The river was wide, the current strong, they were only children, and dreams, she had learned, were delicate things. One summer, a heavy storm rolled in. It rained for days and nights, and the river swelled and raged like a beast awakened. When the skies finally cleared, the boat was gone, swept away. Now there was no way across. Mira stared at the empty bank for days, waiting for June's paper boats. None came. She tried sending her own, but the river only swallowed them, dragging them away in silence. Weeks passed, then months. People said maybe June's family had left the village, moved away to higher ground. Some said the storm had taken more than just the boat. Mira refused to believe it. Every evening she sat by the river, her heart aching. Her best friend couldn't just disappear like a story unfinished. Not Jun, not her Jun. One night, unable to sleep, she climbed the tallest hill and stared across the water. Moonlight spilled like milk across the surface, and the trees swayed like they were sighing. That's when she heard it. A sound, faint, musical, like the gentle hum of strings. She followed it down the hill, past the old path, until she reached the river's edge. There, glowing faintly in the moonlight, were strings. Dozens of them, thin golden threads stretching across the river from her side to the other, swaying gently as if they were alive. Cautiously, Mira touched one. It hummed under her fingers, warm and pulsing. A whisper tickled her ears. "Belief builds bridges." Her breath caught. She took a step forward, and the string held her. Another step, then another. The river roared beneath her, dark and wild, but the strings held her weight like invisible hands, carrying her gently across the divide. Halfway across, she paused. The wind tugged at her hair, and she almost turned back. But then she saw something. On the other side, at the riverbank, was a small figure, thin, wrapped in a coat, holding a glowing lantern. Jun. Mira ran the rest of the way, heart pounding. As she reached the other side, her feet touched solid ground, and the strings vanished behind her like mist. "Jun!" she cried, and the boy turned. But his face had changed. He was thinner now, paler, and his eyes held a sadness too deep for someone so young. "Mira," he whispered, "I knew you'd find the bridge." They embraced, and in that moment, all the months of silence melted away. Jun led her to a small cabin where he and his grandmother now lived. The storm had destroyed their home, and they had moved without word. The new place was hidden, far from the river, and Jun had no way to send messages. "I tried to build a bridge," he said, eyes downcast, "with sticks, with rope, but nothing held. Then one night, I played the strings of my old violin, and I remembered our promise. That night, I dreamed of golden threads stretching across the river." "I heard them," Mira whispered. I think you made it real." Jun looked at her, hope flickering. "You think so?" She nodded. "I don't know how, but maybe friendship makes things possible that the world can't explain." They spent the night talking, catching up, laughing between tears. It felt like the world was stitched together again. In the morning, Mira walked back across the bridge of strings, one careful step at a time. It didn't shine as brightly in the daylight, but it was there, thin as spider silk, but strong as love. After that, the bridge only appeared when it was truly needed, when Mira or Jun felt the ache of distance too sharply. They would think of each other, and the strings would hum to life beneath the stars. As they grew older, the bridge remained, sometimes invisible, but always present. They shared it with others too, children who felt alone or hearts broken by loss. The bridge grew quietly, connecting not just riverbanks, but hearts across the village. A network of shimmering threads held the people together, not with stone or steel, but with kindness, belief, and the gentle promise of friendship. And on quiet nights, if you stood by the river and closed your eyes, you could still hear it, the music of strings and the heartbeat of a bridge built not by hands, but by hope.